Hello, everybody. Welcome to the temboway. My name is Evan Sorellis, and this is...
I am Paulie Chang. I too am one of the co-hosts, co-founders, co-everything of the temboway. And today we're coming with part 2 of our Back to Basics series. Today's entitled Finding Your Where. Finding your where. We already talked about finding your why, finding your purpose behind why you want to go to college, finding your purpose behind why you want to actually do what you want to do. Whether or not school, maybe it could be trade school, maybe it could be athletics, maybe it could be, anything emotional, spiritual, physical, whatever. Finding your why behind your purpose. Now today we're going to talk about finding your where. I just want to start off by saying this. We might piss off somebody today, but this is something that has to be spoken about. Something that really has to be spoken about.
And by somebody, he means parents.
Parents
Mostly.
Parents. This is for y'all. This is really for y'all. I mean, this is for the students as well, but parents, this is really for y'all. Finding your where. I want to start off by making this statement. This is my blanket statement. Please, when it comes to your student, your child, we understand that you make every decision towards them and for them with your best interest at heart. And the reason I say this is because I see this far too often.
All the time.
Do not force your child to go to a school that you want them to go to.
I mean, I was a Bronco.
Check this out.
I was a
Bronco. But look, exactly, that's my point. That's my point. Don't force your kid to go to a specific school because you want them to go there, because you went there, or because something else. Here's why. Look at it like this way. We were just talking earlier, and I've been listening to this sermon series lately, and it's been called Planted Not Buried by Michael Todd. But there's something special about planting a seed. Your child is the seed, and you cannot plant a seed in a place where that seed cannot grow. That seed has to be in a place where it can thrive, it can flourish, it can actually have the proper surroundings for the seed itself to grow. Same thing with your student. You can't have a student in a place that they themselves cannot enjoy. They themselves cannot be there in a place where they can't actually grow as a person, as a student, and as an involved community member.
But Paul, what do you tell those parents? Because I hear you, and I hear you. But some parents, like you said, a seed needs water, the right soil, sunlight. It needs all the right things to grow. But some parents feel as if, you know what, the school that I chose, the school that I went to, is exactly for what my son or daughter needs. How do you tell that parent, look, back off? It might have been good for you, but it might not be good for your kid. How do you kind of put that into perspective?
That's a tough conversation to have with the parent. Now, I've never been a parent, so the closest I've ever gotten to is, through your dog.
True.
That's the closest I've gotten to. Being Simba's uncle, that's the closest I've gotten to experiencing what parenthood could be like. But I can only imagine that it's actually really tough to watch your young one leave home. It has to be tough to actually watch your young one go off into the world. But I'll say this, trust in your parenting.
True.
Trust that you've raised a young man or a young woman who's capable enough to make the decisions that can benefit them as they go on and grow through their 4, 5, 6 years in undergrad. Trust in that. But let me talk to the ones that are gonna actually go to school, right? Finding your where is so important because where you go to school will ultimately kind of define the rest of your life. Now, I'm not talking about where you go to school and its importance of that school, right? Because somebody that's gone to Arizona State and somebody that's gone to Harvard and they're both studying, psychology, they still studied psychology. But this is what I'm saying. Some people are meant to be at Harvard. Some people are meant to be at Arizona State.
Agreed. Not
saying that either school is more important than the other. Some people are meant to be at Western Michigan. Some people are meant to be at Stanford. Some people are meant to be at Penn State. Some people are meant to be at University of Michigan. You have to find the place that's meant for you. Number one. Number two, once you found the place that's meant for you, your where, ask yourself, can I grow here?
And if you can't?
Well, hold on. Can I grow here? Can I learn here? And can I leave here making the world a better place? Let's talk about these three things. Can I grow here? Where you go will ultimately determine how you turn out. Meaning, the place you go has to be tailor-made for you, right? This is why I love going to Western. Because Western was different. It wasn't too far from home, but it was far enough, okay? It allowed me to have my independence. But, in case something goes wrong, I can always call mom. I can always call dad. I can always call my cousins, my siblings. Hey, I need this, and that. Now, thankfully, I didn't need that, right? But where you go determines. You have to be able to make that decision for you. Because at the end of the day, and I know I'm moving around, but at the end of the day, I think when it comes to a student choosing their wear, they have to be the one that makes the final call. Because you're the one that's going to school there. You're the one that's choosing. It's just like, say, if you are getting drafted and you have the opportunity to choose your team, right? So if I'm going to the league and by some miracle, at the draft, they're saying you get to choose where you want to go, you have to choose a place that works for you. Now, it's easy to choose a fantastic and amazing team like
Jacksonville.
I said fantastic.
That's a great team. Great
all right, for purposes of this example, it's easy to choose a team like the Patriots. But ask yourself, are you going to grow on the Patriots? True. I mean, you're going to win, but are you going to grow as a player? Right? Are you going to be able to leave the Patriots saying you can make the rest of the league better? Ask yourself that. You might actually have a better fit at the Jaguars. You might actually have a better fit at the Eagles. You might actually have a better fit at the Rams. You have to pick a place that's for you. Your wear is so important. Let me give another example. Give another example. And y'all gonna love this one. When you're choosing your boyfriend or your girlfriend, right? So you see somebody you find attractive, and you start to think about it. Really, you start to think about it, right? You start to think about it. From the moment.
Yeah.
Can they benefit me? Am I meant to be with that person? Can I grow? Right? Can I benefit the world because I'm with the person? It's the same exact thing with choosing your wear when it comes to school. And this could apply to anything.
And one thing that a lot of parents seem to forget, and I know I went through that process with my parents, everything changes like drastically. Like from a lot of parents say, oh, when I went to this school, this was that, or we had this. But then that was maybe 15, 20 years ago. Things change. And your kid, as much as parents love to think that, oh, I know my kid, trust me, there's certain things you don't know. There's certain stuff that they are capable of doing that you don't know. That being said, that might be the reason why that school's not good for them. That might be a reason why a different school's good for them. So at the end of the day, trust your kid to know themselves and have that experience. And at the end of the day, if they're going to go to the school that they want to, support them. And if they're probably going to struggle, given. If they do, they do. But you'll be there to support them. But let them make that choice on their own.
Let me add this little part too, because on the other side, there has to be somebody saying to themselves, but what if it's too expensive? Don't worry about that. We're going to cover that later in a different video tomorrow, right? In the Finding Your How. But if your kid is going to go make mistakes, let them make mistakes and grow. Students, if you're going to go somewhere and you found your wear, you're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
It's not going to be smooth sailing, right? Things will be hard. You might find yourself in one of those, what I want to call a ramen noodle living situation, where all you've got is some water and ramen noodles.
Maybe sriracha.
Right? All you've got is some water and some ramen noodles, and you are just struggling. You've got some sriracha if you're being fancy. You're struggling in your situation, but struggle through it. College is not going to be easy. College is not going to be all, birds and flowers. It's going to be hard. You're going to have a day where one is just welcome week. Next week you got 4 assignments, 7 tests, and 2 papers due tonight. That's what it is. But find your where even if you still struggle, even if you still have those moments of you want to quit, you can still grow.
And that plays a big factor, the fact that those students are picking the wear, because like Paul was saying, all those things they're going through, even for us, and I know for school, we could go through all that stuff and wake up, look outside the window, go for a walk, and I'm like, all right, it's a good day because I know this is where I want to be. I chose to be here. The atmosphere alone and just area.
Important. I chose to be here.
It changes my feeling. It changes how I'm gonna take the day on. So parents, keep that in mind when your students, your kids are picking schools and choosing the schools they're going to. That being said,
that's all it is. Find your where.
Find your where.
Find your where. Win. Keep winning. Win some more if you've already won. You know, just find success as success as success. That's the Kobe system for y'all that don't know. Anyway, y'all have a great evening.
Great evening, everyone.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.